Y'all come on in here. Ain't gonna be in here long. Come on in here. Come on in here. I'm not gonna be in here long. Come on in here. Let me check my volume on my microphone. Y'all come on in here. Ain't gonna be in here long. It sounds pretty good. I thought I had some feedback. Y'all come on in. I want to talk about this. Not gonna be in here long. Come on in. Hold on, I'm trying to turn this off. Y'all come on in here. This is happening for real to somebody. I want y'all opinion. Come on in here. Let's have a talk about this, y'all. Let's have a talk about. Let's discuss this. Let's discuss this. This is an impromptu. Y'all know I don't usually come on a Friday night, but I want to talk about this. I want to have a conversation about this. I really, really do. This is a true story. This is for real. This is really this has happened. And I want to know. I want to know y'all opinion about it. I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes because I want at least more than one person in here. But if don't nobody holler show up, I just get on off and go on in the house. But you know, this is impromptu show. Thank you for coming in here. Thank you for coming in here. Y'all get in here. Y'all get in here. This is the truth. This has really happened. And I just said, you know what? I'm not doing nothing right now. I'm still in my studio. I said, I'm gonna go live, and I want to talk about this. Just have a conversation about it, cause this is for real. This has really happened. I know about it, everything, and I want to have let's have a discussion about this, y'all. Let's have a discussion about it. What do y'all think? I just decided to come on here on Facebook and talk about it because it was bothering me. It was bothering me. You know, I got some things I want to say about it. You know, so let me go ahead on and get started. I got four people in here watching. Thank y'all for coming in here. But anyway, as y'all know, this is as I stated before, I don't usually be on a Friday night talking about anything. My nights is certain nights 8:30. But I had to talk about this because this is bothering me. Real story, real true story, not no scenario, true story. This person, and I was given permission to talk about it. I'm not calling no names or nothing like that. But this person's son, one and only son, they was giving him his graduation to get together the evening before his graduation. And he had forgot to get the ice. So he went, thank you for being in here. The one person that's in here, can you please speak to me? He had forgot to get the ice. And the mother was going to get the ice. And he said, no, Ma, I go get the ice. So he goes to get the ice. I feel sorry for the one that's coming in here now because I really don't, after I finish talking about it and we discuss it, I really don't want to go back over it. Y'all watch the replay. But I got two people in here. So he goes and get the ice. Now the family is well off. Child never wanted for nothing. Very nice, polite child. Yes, ma'am, this. No, ma'am, no, sir, this. If he see that you walk into your house, up your stairs or trying to get a lot of food out of your car, if he see it, he'll come over there, help you do that. Man, let me help you with that. That's the kind right there. Yeah. All right. So he goes and get the ice. Okay, he in there talking to the man that owned the store and everything, you know. Okay, cool, cool. They right there in there talking, blah, 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 blah. So he get ready, he puts the ice in the car, but it was something else that he wanted it. He said, he going back into the store. So anyway, I really thought a lot of people would be in here, hear this, and talk about this, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm still a little upset about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. So he put the ice in the car. Boom. He wanted something. He forgot something that he wanted it, right? So he goes back into the store, and he get ready to get what he wanted. It was a lady in the store. She had finished paying for her stuff, right? So she going on to her car. He saw where she was being robbed. Little bit after she stepped out of the store, somebody came and put a gun in her back. And had the gun in her back and was making her walk to her car. And he saw that. So he ran out there to try to help her. But matter of fact, she knew him. She knew him from church. So he goes out there and try to help. And he got shot. And he didn't make it. He got shot in the stomach. And he didn't make it. All right. So the person is actually looking at life in prison. Because what's that, 3-strike rule or something like that, right? So he asked the court to ask if the mother and father of the child the young boy that he killed, he was young himself. He couldn't have been no more than maybe 25 himself, about 25 years old. But he's looking at life in prison, no doubt about it. Okay, so he asked the court. Thank you for being in here with me. He asked the courts. This is true story. This is for real. This happened, and I know about it. It happened. He asked the court to ask the husband and wife of the child that he killed, the son that he killed, if they will adopt his son, 5-year-old son. Now, at first, when I was told about it, when they brought it to me, I really had to think about it thing. I'm really two ways about it, but they was on both sides about it too, because keep in mind they done lost their one and only son. They lost their one and only son, and now the ironic thing about this, and I don't know if it's a word to use, but the crazy thing about it, he was getting ready to go off to college, right? And she told me she made the statement saying, yeah, you get ready to go off to college. I'm about ready to have another baby now, and he was like, oh yeah, really? No, he was good for that, even though they was just about to be an empty nest, but they wasn't that old. They wasn't that old. They're not that old couple. So anyway, now what would you do about it? I don't have nobody in here right now, but I'm still asked, when you're watching the replay, put in the comments, what would you do? I came on to try to have a dialogue, but I guess ain't nobody still coming to see Miss J, right? But I'm gonna keep talking because I still want to know. Watch the replay. What would you do about it? The man that killed your son wants you and your husband to adopt his 5-year-old son because he know that he will be good there, good life, be raised up real good and all right, so further ado, here is my opinion about it. Now, I thought long and hard about it. I really did. And it all boils down to forgiveness. I want y'all to hear me. That's what I told her. It all boils down to forgiveness. Okay, after they found out why he was trying to rob that lady, because him, the girlfriend, and the baby, the following day was getting ready to get padlocked, and he was trying to get money. He was trying to get money. Um, so after they found that out, they thought about it, took that, and it took a while for them to come on and decide what they want to do. Um, but my thing again, as I was saying, it all begins with forgiveness, and it took them a while to be able to forgive that man for taking their son away. All right, now once they got to that part of forgiveness, okay, they got to that part of forgiveness. So now they're looking at getting a child, because the way she explained it to me is that that child didn't have anything to do with what his daddy did. And they rather, they're looking at the fact that they rather do it than, because other parents, other relatives, no, anybody want to be bothered, be very honest. Um, but they're looking at the fact, and the mother, very kind-hearted girl, young lady, very, 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 I mean, so cry at a drop of a dime, cry at movies, and love animals and pets. She see a pet on the street, or she see a turtle trying to get across the street. She gonna pick the turtle up. That's the way. That's what kind of person we're talking about. Very kind-hearted. Now the father, a little bit different. He had, he was dealing with anger because he wanted to kill the man, young guy. That's our first instinct anyway, right, y'all? Something happened, we want to kill him. And then what's going to happen? We're going to be sitting up in the jail cell, a couple jail cells down. So, as she was explaining that it took a long time for the father to get over his anger. It took a long time to get over that. And it took a little bit time, because what she told the courts, that when the courts brought it to them, an advocate, a child advocate brought it to them, that he's requesting. This is a request from him. He wrote them a letter apologizing so bad. He said it in court and everything. But it threw them when the court came and said this, asking would they take his child. So anyway, so she said it took a while for her to get to the point of forgiveness and non-anger. And the husband, it took him a little bit too, because, like I said, as a man, as a parent, you want to hurt that person to hurt your child, right? So I told her, I said, well, you know what, to me, because when somebody asks me my opinion, now I always tell them, you want me to tell you the truth, you want me to lie to you, what you want? Because some people don't like to hear the truth, but I know her. She wants the truth. So, and I'm coming, I said the same thing I just started to say with y'all, I'm going to finish it. It's all about forgiveness. And that's the point that both of them had to get to. They had to finally forgive that man, that young man, which his life is gone too, that young man, for taking their one and only son's life. They had to get to that point first. They had to get to the point first. They could be in the courtroom with him without wanting to lash at him. See, it took a while for that to happen. But it did happen, right? So they did tell the court to give them 2 to 3 months to really deal with it, to really come to a conclusion of what they really want to do. And they did it. They did that. So as far as the child concerned, what was so good, what was so neat about this, The advocate is the one that kept the child, to keep the child from going into foster care. The advocate, the one that brought it to them, and said actually kept the child for them 3 months for that couple to decide what they want to do. She did that. She did that to keep the child from going into foster care, because it was just temporarily. So they did it. They doing it, rather. They doing it. And I told her I think that's gonna be the best thing for her, because she's so nurturing. And the child is 5 years old, going on 6. And she was saying that he be saying stuff like he's the reason that I'm the reason why my daddy did what he did, because he was trying to feed me. And she said, she told him no, and that's the truth. That child had nothing to do with what that young man did. He didn't. That was a decision that he made. Kind of find out the girlfriend, after all the digging and all, the girlfriend was all on his back about taking care of your business. You got a child here. What you gonna do? Why you gonna let us get put out? She was all in his ear like that, messing with his manhood. As a young boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to come up with something. You get ready to get put out. What kind of man are you? Doing that kind of stuff. But when she could have had her ass out there trying to do something too. But anyway, and me personally, like I told her, to me, I feel like that's the best decision that they made. That's the best, because it's gonna bring them. It's gonna change the whole dynamic. It already changed the whole dynamics of things. Period. It did. Now, will he take the place of her son? No. Nope. And we know that. We know that. But it will give them something to come and clean to now. Okay? Yeah, they got one another. They got one another. But to have another little 5-year-old going on 6-year-old in the house, a little child, raising them, that's something they both can come together and cling to and raise this man's son. Now, I told her, I told her, I said, don't let it be a time where you're going to sit back and look at that child and say to yourself, you regret doing this. She said, no, I would never regret doing this. I said, okay. Because sometimes, people make big decisions like that, and months later be like, oh, Lord, what have I done? She said, I would never do that. I would never look at that child and regret the fact that me and my husband is going to adopt him to keep him from going to the system and to raise him, And, I said the same thing. I said, well, you did say, you want another baby, she did laugh when I said that. But I just wanted to pop up here. Y'all can talk about it in the comments. If anybody want, y'all do that on the replay. I'm not gonna be out here long, but like I said, this is true. This really happened, and I know about it. And I want to come up here and just have a conversation. What y'all think about that? Would you be able to adopt the man's child that killed your son? And from my understanding, he didn't mean to do it. They were, he was trying to get the gun from. They was tussling over the gun, and somehow it went off. But from my understanding, he didn't mean to do it. They was tussling over the gun. Let me see in the comments. Hey, Lanisha, I'm sorry. I didn't see your comment, baby. I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna be up here long, but I don't know. Nisha, you heard the whole scenario, right? Have you heard the scenario? Well, not scenario. Have you heard the discussion I had came in want to talk about? But put in what you think. I don't know if you're just getting in, Lanisha. But if you are, just watch the replay. This is something that I know about. It really happened. And I was given permission I could talk about, as long as I don't call no names, which I didn't do that. I know the people that's involved in all of this. So anyway, the question is, and the discussion is, would you be able to adopt if the person that killed, that may be a bit hard to do? I get it, yeah. Yeah. But remember, Nisha, I said it all got to begin with forgiveness. Because from my understanding, it was a mistake. They was tussling over the gun. When he tried to pull him from the lady, they started tussling with the gun. And the gun went off. Um, but I said, Nanisha, it still goes with forgiveness. It still goes along with forgiveness. Somehow or another, that has to happen in order for you to have a clear mind to say, okay, let me get this child, because the child don't have nothing to do with it. And I guess um, he asked that because he know what kind of people they are. He know his son would be, whether the son would have been going with relative, he probably didn't want that. So that was why he asked the courts to ask them, number one, for forgiveness, and would they please adopt my son for me and take care of him. And that's what they're doing. That's what, yeah. Thank you for being here. That's what they're doing. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I know it is. Somebody that killed somebody that killed your child on the graduation eve. He get ready to graduate and go to Howard. He was going to go to Howard University. Mm-hmm. And he got killed the evening before his graduation. They was giving him a little early graduation to get together. Now, some people may say, well, maybe he shouldn't have intervened. Okay, let's deal with that. Let's deal with that real quick before I go. Yeah, he intervened. He knew the lady. He knew the lady. But that, I guess that's a chance that bystanders take when they go in and try to help. And he was trying to help that lady. But they got the tussling and the gun went off. And got shot in the stomach. I guess it must hit an artery or whatever, and he died. He died. That is true, but a hot have him pay for his dad's sin. That's right, not to have him pay for his dad's sin. Exactly, Nisha. Exactly. You don't. That's not the child's fault. And she's gonna have get the baby therapy because he feel like his dad did it because of him. He feel like his daddy did what he did because of him, and he's walking around. He's what? So yeah, she's gonna get him therapy. She's gonna get him therapy for that. Try to let him, as a child right now, he still don't fully understand. Just going on 6 years old. But as he get older, I'm hoping God allow him to see that what she's telling him and what the therapist is telling him, and then he start realizing that it wasn't my fault. Yeah, my daddy was doing that to try to feed us and keep a roof over our head, you know. But he don't, he's thinking it's his fault. Make sure no comments. Well, that's it. That's all I came here for. I wanted to have a good dialogue. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate the 4 people that did come in here with me um, to have this quick discussion. And y'all watch the replay. Um, y'all, let's discuss this in the comments because I'm interested. I'm curious to see what people is gonna say if people comment in the replay. I'm really interested to see, or curious to see what people gonna say, because it would be a hard thing to do to adopt somebody's baby, somebody's son, to adopt the person's son that killed your child. That's that would be hard to do. But I told you, it still goes with forgiveness first. With forgiveness, and get that and deal with the anger and all of that. You got to do that first. That has to be done. So I see 2 people in here. The other person haven't said anything, but thank you for being in here. So you see the topic in the comments. Let me know what you think. Um, I needed it, sis. I missed it, sis. Oh yeah, you did. You did. Um, I don't think I'm just gonna say you can watch the replay, but I'm just gonna give you the topic is this is really happening because I know the people that's involved. Um, would you adopt the child of the man or the child that killed your son? Would you adopt that person's child? They asked if that couple would have. He asked if he asked the parents of the child that he killed would they take his child. He's gonna get life in prison, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt about it. He can get life, three strike felon or something like that. So that was this is a true story. This, like I said, I gave permission to talk about, but don't give no names. I ain't throw no names out there because, like I said, I know them. We already discussed it and stuff, and like she said, it came with forgiveness. It came with forgiveness. You gotta forgive first. But the child didn't have nothing to do with it. Child going on 6 years old now. Son, her son was taken. He was trying to intervene in a robbery, and they got to fighting over the gun. Gun went off. So the young guy, he admitted it was a mistake. He did not stand there and not try to shoot him. They was tussling over the gun. Yes, after a complete mental evaluation. You saying you yes you yeah, I get it, Catherine. Yes, yeah, that's what they done. They done did all of that. Um, they satisfied with their decision. You know, they are satisfied with their decision, and I'm glad. I'm glad for the child. And I'm glad for them because, like I stated earlier, the son was getting ready to go to Howard University, Howard or Harvard, one of them. Like I said, he well mannered, very nice guy, young guy. Never been in no trouble, never been in no trouble. Um, but she said we joked about it, because she said, well, I did, say I wanted me another baby when so and so went off to college. I said, yeah, you did say that. So that's, I guess, in her mind, there she was looking at that too. That's another baby for her. But they've already had they're still going through it. They're gonna bring the baby right along with the therapy, all of that. They're gonna do all of that. I had to know the child was not going to be challenged by mental issues of the father or the mother. No, what happened, what the issue was, he was trying to get money to get food in the house and to pay their rent because the next day they was getting ready to get padlocked. And from my understanding, the girlfriend running her mouth and saying, you need to man up. What you gonna do? We up in here in this house, me and your son up in here, we get ready, blah, 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 blah. You know how some young girls can be. But see, she could have been out there working too. She could have been out there working too instead of sitting there, chewing gum and getting the nails done every whatever. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't know. I'm just saying. But and I guess they just got in his head. I don't know. But that's from my understanding about it. Yeah, What it was, he asked, he apologized and crying and everything. He just kept all through the course. He kept saying it was an accident. I did not mean to kill him. I didn't. But they didn't know. It was a surprise to them that an advocate came to them and told them, because this first time they said they ever had this to happen, that he wanted to know would they please adopt his son because he's gonna get life, and that's how that came about. That's how that came. The courts, yeah, that's how that came about. That's how that came about. That's right, Catherine. That's right. Oh, so they adopting him. Very good. We only have much control over what happens after we into this plan of existence. Exactly. And Catherine said, "Oh Lord, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah." He admitted, he said he did not mean to kill him. They was fighting over the gun, over the gun, and the gun went off. Thank you for being in here, Catherine. Well, that's what women do: encourage and motivate our men. Okay, now, Catherine. Okay, I don't, I don't know if I would consider that being motivate because I think that was more of. It sounded like to me it was more of demasculating him. Okay, because saying stuff like, "What you gonna do? What kind of man are you? What kind of man are you? We sitting up in here. We get ready to get padlocked tomorrow. Well, I mean, you ain't got nothing to put on the table. What you gonna do?" I don't see. Yeah, that motivated him in the wrong way. That motivated him in the wrong way. Okay, nothing wrong with motivating your man, but that motivated him in the wrong way. You need to do something. You got a son in here. We up in here. What kind of man are you? See that kind of stuff. Instead of her getting the damn newspaper and pulling out newspaper and say, "All right, but let's see what can we find something real quick, something, something." Instead of talking to him that way. So I guess he figured he going to do what whatever. I don't know. And I guess you could look at that being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Encourage him. Okay. That's exactly what she's supposed to say when I have no food and about to lose the roof over over our heads. Okay, so Catherine, you saying that I get it. Okay, I see where you're going. I get it, Catherine, with saying that right there. But he just took it in a whole nother. I mean, I guess he just took that. Well, didn't tell her I'm going to rob somebody. You know, I'm going to. Maybe if he would have got there sold dope, I don't know, been a dope boy, I don't know. Probably got caught doing that. He done that several times anyway. But and from my understanding, he was caught instead trying to leave the streets alone. He was trying to clean his act up. Trying not to go back to that, crazy stuff that he was doing. But yeah, that's actually what we supposed to say when I have no food and I'm about to lose the roof over. Okay, Catherine, let's look at this right here. What about her? All this while, she could have been trying to find a job. What about her? She could have been trying to find a job instead of sitting home on a cell phone, probably on Facebook, probably trying to get money to get her nails done or get a weave done. I'm just saying. She could have been trying to find something too instead of sitting at home with her arms folded up and a bonnet on. I mean, I'm just keeping 100. He's been slacking for a long, long time. Well, that's his decision making problem, letting him down, not his woman's decision. She didn't kill anyone. Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that. Uh huh. Now, why do we think she wasn't? She wasn't slacking because she didn't work. She didn't work. She didn't work. But his decision making problem letting him down, not his woman. But I still feel like Catherine, it was being fed off of You need to do something. Now, let's say if nobody would have got killed and he would have robbed the woman and got away with it. Okay, that part, yeah, he brought some money in. He didn't get caught. No, didn't never get caught or nothing like that. But it didn't happen like that. He went out. His mind led him to go robbing, and this is what happened. Didn't notice. Probably didn't have an idea that somebody would intervene in this, and that's what happened. He was 5 years old. He was 5 years old. Yeah, son, he was 5 years old. He's 5 years old. That's the only child they had. Mm-hmm. And she have actually been found unfit. So that's why the baby couldn't be with her. Yeah. After the investigation and all that, so she said we got all of that. Yeah. Yeah. They found a whole lot of stuff about her too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, they just had a 5-year-old son. 5-year-old son. Yeah. Wonder why she did exactly why she didn't work. Exactly. That's what some of these young girls be doing. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Be having the babies in the house. I don't know. I don't know if they were getting a check or not. I can't say. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you would think that she would work. You would think she would work instead of it messed with his ego, and I know it did. That messed with his ego. So I ran. He said, "Okay, bitch, I'm gonna show you. Let me get on out here, do what I gotta do to get some money." Okay, he did that. He did that. But I don't think he was prepared for somebody to intervene in it. Now, if he would have did it, got that first lick and got away with it, whatever how much money woman had on the purse, he got. That didn't happen that way though. Somebody intervened. Now maybe don't know before he got to her that store. We don't know if he had robbed some more folks or not. We don't know. We don't know. All we know about that one that was in that stuff. But he might not prepare for somebody intervening. Well, that was what let's see. Well, there we have it. Yeah. Damn, everybody ain't able. That's right. It's not his. No, I'm not saying it's his woman's fault. I just think whatever she said to him, it fucked with him. And it just said, well, I'm just gonna get on out here. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. Okay, he did it. But again, Catherine, let's say if he would have robbed that woman and then get caught, took the money to the house, good, boom, not good, but bamboo, he did it. But he wasn't expecting nobody to intervene. And that put a whole stop right there in it. Okay, okay, Catherine, hey, let's do this. Let's switch this thing around. Let's say that would have been him telling her that. Well, bitch, you need to get out and get a job. You got our son up in here, blah, 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 blah. Now what she gonna do? Same thing, right? She probably gonna go out here first thing, no. She probably gonna go out here and try to sell some cootie cake. And then get arrested. The police go, well, you told me I need to go. You see what I'm saying? You told me I need to go do something. So then I decided to go sell some cootie cake. See? So she told him, look, you need to do something. We can get padlocked. What you gonna do? What kind of man are you? What if he said that to her? What kind of woman are you up in here? You got our son up in here. Blah 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 blah. What kind of woman are you? Come on now. Thank y'all for being in here. There we go. His ego is not her. Yes, exactly. But I'm getting ready to say, don't you think that messed up the ego right there? Like I'm gonna, and I get it that he knew that he had to go and do something. I get it. I just hate the person got killed behind it. Now, like I said, if he wouldn't have intervened, he probably would have got away with it and went on home and took the money, you know. But somebody intervened, and he was doing. He got out and did what she. He got out and did what she said. He got out and did what she said. You need to go do something. What the hell you gonna do? I mean, I don't know the exact word, but you know, in the way she in the court, the way she was telling me in the court, the way he was explaining. They asked, "Why did you do this?" And he explained it because my girl. And he started talking. He started talking, you know, with what she was saying. He was going to get padlocked. You know, I'm just giving some of the words that he was saying. So why did you do this? Because my girl kept saying I need to do something. We get padlocked. You know, we ain't got nothing to eat in here. I got my 5-year-old son. I got my girl in here. And you know, she was telling me I need to go do something. What kind of man am I? You gonna let us get padlocked? What you gonna do? Yeah, what you gonna do? It depends on her character. That's right. Yeah, Catherine. What kind of exactly? What kind of people are these? Yeah. If I tell my man to get himself together and get us some money, he is not going to go rob someone. He's going to see that's right. But see, that was the mentality. Obviously, when he left the house, he left the house with the intentions. I feel like he's saying, "I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna tell my I'm not no damn man. Yes, I am a man. I'm going to get this money." That kind of mentality, and it costs a life, and his life gone too, and his child, and his child, and his child. Oh no, you ain't. I'm good. I'm good. But I'm good. But I appreciate it though. Thank you for the dialogue. I appreciate that, Catherine. I really do. I really do. But I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Thank y'all that came in here. I'm getting ready to go on in my house. And I will see y'all tomorrow night, 8:30. On Fatherless Sons. You know, last Saturday I did it on Fatherless Daughters. Tomorrow, Fatherless Sons, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if anything happened, if I had to push it up like I did last Saturday, I had to push it up tonight, a little bit after 9. You know, of course, I'll let y'all know. But so far, you know, I got some makeup to do tomorrow, makeup to do Sunday. But I'm looking at 8:30, okay? But either way, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being there. Thank you for the dialogue. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all watch the replay. Y'all put them down in the comments what y'all think. Let's continue this dialogue. Y'all share this out because I just want to see what people gonna say about it. Okay? Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. And I will see y'all tomorrow night, 8:30. I promise you. Fatherless Sons. Fatherless Sons. Okay? All right.